They want to move quick. They're tired of talking. That's what I heard from all the chiefs around the table. All we hear is talk, talk, talk. Let's start moving forward. Let's consult. Let's collaborate, because when we collaborate, everyone prospers. They want to make sure that their children and grandchildren have better lives than what they had, and but they want consultation. I agree 100%. But their number one thing I heard is start moving. Stop talking, let's start moving, because this door is only open for so long. Everyone seems to be working together, right from the municipalities to the provincial, federal, and First Nations communities, and we're going to work together and collaborate. I want to be part of the economic zone. I want to make sure we partner. We want to see prosperity. We want to get energy. We want to take advantage of the $3 billion of the equity that we've put forward for them to draw on. $70 million of training and $10 million of scholarships, which is my favorite, the $10 million of scholarships. So that's what they want.
There's always conversations that are difficult, whether it's these bills or other bills, and I think that one thing is for sure, rushing bills through is not the way to go. I've said that time and time again in the media, that we need to respect each other in this country, and that means making sure that we do things properly and thoroughly, especially all of us here. We're all trying to make a better country. We want to make sure when we leave laws that they're good for everybody in this country, and that our grandchildren and great-grandchildren don't have to unravel things that that maybe hurt all of us as a collective. So I think it's always better when we do bills together, and certainly rushing bills through is not a good way to start.
Whatever happens going forward, the rights holders have to be at the table, and we have to look at outside of the box thinking and stop doing what we've done for so long. And that's treating First Nations as checkbox exercises, or looking at a regional approach as a one-stop shop. And it's really respecting the treaty territories that exist within the region of Ontario. And also for the premiers to, one of the message I carried was for the premiers to lay off on pushing back against Bill C-61, the First Nations Drinking Water Act, and looking for their allyship and ensuring that gets put into federal legislation.
I was a bit disheartened, to be honest, because the things that our leadership care about, substantive things like that duty to consult, the right to free, prior, and informed consent, were not really discussed today. One of the biggest questions that our leadership have raised over the last few months is what happens if a community says no, that they're not ready for major development to happen in their respective territories. None of those questions were answered today or even discussed. I think the other issue I have is I call this like a side table meeting. Tomorrow is the main meeting, and again, First Nation leadership are excluded from that, which is a huge concern, because they're going to be talking about our lands, our resources, and our rights, and we won't be there, and that should concern all of us, because again, we're excluded from that important national conversation. The concerns that we have need to be a part of that conversation in a meaningful way. That we need to give assurances to our leadership that if they're not ready or if they have any concerns, that they'll be addressed. But none of that were discussed today, and even like the Prime Minister's comment at the meeting we had in Ottawa there, he's not prepared to amend Bill C-5. Like, they're pretty much set in their ways, and somehow we're supposed to believe them that things will be okay. And we're saying, no, we don't believe you.